Blues. Can they be patient, soak in the pressure, and come back on the counter, and a chance, perhaps, to come away with a goal or two? Last rights, last action, and away we go. Champlain, Dawson. It's been a nightmarish trip that's been endured, not enjoyed by Dawson coming out to Seaway 3. They lost 4-0 at Dawson when they hosted the Cavaliers back in September. The question now is, will the scoreline be a repeat performance, or will it be a reverse course for the Blues to come away with the full win over the Cavaliers tonight on Seaway 3? 6:30 in the east, 3:30 in the west, and we are underway from Seaway 3, and the Cavaliers getting things underway with Félicien Roy and Rainville, the veteran core group of this team still intact. A lot of returning players that went to the Nationals at Holland College last year. And the first play, and now inside the 18, this is the first shot, and an easy routine save coming up, and Dawson holding serve, and the Cavaliers looking like they're menaced for points right now, as Arus coming up with the first kick on target. You have to wonder now for the Blues and their formation perspective, can they soak in and wait for the mistake from the Cavaliers? And the first trip down into the Cavalier territory goes for naught, as Ramdane could not get that ball cleanly from the Cavaliers, and Buteau let that go to play for a throw-in here for the visitors from Westmount. Dawson finished 3-6-1 during the regular season, scoring 6 goals, allowing 16 against. The Cavaliers 4-2-4, 17 goals scored, 11 against. And they've been winless here in over nearly a month, in which they tied Ahuntsic in the final home game of the year, and they lost 1-0 to Montmorency on a late goal as well. They were away for the last 2 games, in which they came up empty. All they had required was a single point to get to the top 2, but could not manage that or achieve that. And here they are now playing the Blues on this Tuesday night. And for Vincent Arcida, he would love to put this game done and dusted early enough to play his subs to keep the legs fresh, given that they will endure, if they do qualify for the Final Four, 2 games in 2 days, but against the meat grinder of the competition, whether they do get a chance to do so. And Momo and Ahuntsic await the winners of today's games for them to find out who they will play. And this now coming over to Alexia Pascal, her first touch of the day. Back out to Senizak, will pop one up in the air. Chasing that is Chloe Murphy, who's closed down by Arus. And this will go out of play for another throw in here for Pascal, as the Cavaliers now looking to get themselves a goal early on in this situation. Pascal looking at the options abound, and there's about 3 or 4 inside the 18 coming up here for the Cavaliers. Arus on the end line, and that is cleared away back out to the open space, and into the circle it goes for the Cavaliers. Roy. Dupont now on the go, and Dupont on the width and being closed down by Zariello, and this will go out of play for another throw here for the Cavaliers, who've had the majority of touches so far in this first half, and we're only 4 minutes into this first period of play. Pascal. You can see that the Blues are playing a very narrow like formation, trying to keep things compact and forcing the Cavaliers on the perimeter, and here is a chance to go around the perimeter, is Latang, who will find her center back partner in Rainville. Buteau will take a glide into the circle. And a switch of play, a long ball up ahead. Arus is on the go. Off the ricochet, here comes the Cavaliers. Could this be 1-0? And it is. Arus opens up the scoring 4 minutes in. A hash in the moment right now for Ahmed, whose heart and mouth moment. And that is a costly error as the Cavaliers score and pounce in. And they're off and running with a 1-0 lead. And right now the Blues have all to play for, with an early goal given up. They gave up 4 last time. They give up 1, and that's in the first 4 minutes of play. And now the Blues will have to chase and hunt this game down. And you have to wonder, can they open up their formation as Arus punishing the mistake by Ahmed. That was a heart and mouth moment. And now here come the Cavaliers going the other way. Judy's pass, and this will go out of play as Boudreau cannot get that for the Blues. Throwing coming up for Merlin, and a perfect start for Orsida's team, and trying to make sure that they keep things simple, clean, and tidy, and look forward towards a trip to Trois-Rivières on the weekend. Roy, the number 6 position for Felicia Roy, playing also the number 8 role, and she is definitely a wonderful treat to watch out there. And back in possession, it goes back to Chloe Murphy to the corridor of the Blues. And here's Murphy, and here is Zariello, who will find Ahmed on the go, and it's a crushing tackle out of play. It comes for the Blues on the near side. So Arouk scoring that goal. Ahmed will let that go through. This will be a throw-in for the Cavaliers. And here's Alexia Pascal back with it as we're 5 minutes into this first half. And the Cavaliers are getting an early goal. And for the Dawson Blues, you have to wonder if this might be damage limitations, given the confidence could be ever so fragile and the frailties of this game of getting up the first goal. Back on the near side it comes. And this will go out to Bichoka, and this will be a throw in here for Ahmed again on the near side. Around it comes. Bichoka cannot get to that. Here's Rainville. The Cavaliers complete control of possession. Bouteau will take a glide into the territory. And will go down to Merlin, who had too much of a slow start on that run up as DeSandro will get the ball on the throw coming up for the Blues. And she will quickly play up ahead towards the near side. The back heel almost worked perfectly, and tripped up by the ball was the Dawson Blue player. And Barraquette will be off for a line, and we'll get that in 2 hops. And we'll play it back out to Pascal on the close down by Ahmed. Sanizak. Judy on her, and now another delivery down the left side. Open space to work with. Merlin's on the go. She's got 3 options to work with. Now making 4 inside. Dupont down the edge of the 18. Looking, delivering. That's pushed out for a corner kick, as the Cavaliers have really utilized the open space in this first half, down the flanks, especially on the left side, which has been the creator of problems for the Blues so far tonight. And it'll be a corner kick for Micah Sanizak, who scored 2 against the Blues. And right now it's been an effervescent start for the Cavaliers, and a distressing moment or two for the Blues, trying to keep hold and not give up a second goal before the 10-minute mark, as we're through 8 minutes of this first half. And Swinger off the edge of the post, and this will go out for a goal kick coming up for the Blues. And what will be in the bag of tricks for the Dawson Blues? Going to use their Westmount street smarts to get themselves a tying goal and force a little bit of angst within the mindset of the Cavaliers, who've not had many leads of late in terms of success early on. Pascal. Letang's pass, and Dupont, or Bouteau, that is a big part, will get it first for the Cavaliers. Everyone behind the ball for the Blues as they're soaking in the pressure, but again, they're going to have to open up at some point. Offside, Pascal. Well played by Chloe Murphy, who was putting her offside, and this will be a throw in here for Jana Ahmed, who will have a chance now to get this back underway. Roy. Here's Kuskuna trying to close down Barraquette. Kuskuna leading the team with 3 goals for the Blues. And a chance now for the Blues, and here they come. This is the first real threat inside the 18, delivered into the 6 across the face of goal, and this will roll out of play, and roll out indeed. And this will be a goal kick here for the Cavaliers, as Barraquette will slow it down on this situation now, as we're nearly through 10 minutes of playing this first half. What type of mastermind effort can the Blues come up with? Goals are scarce for them, only scoring 6 during the regular season. But they did obtain 3 wins and a tie, so they have the ability to create havoc for the big hitters of this league. And could they create a seed of doubt in the minds of the Cavaliers if they could perhaps find a tying goal in this sequence? And this will be a throw on the far side for the Dawson Blues. They got two options inside the 18 on the near side 6. And punted away by the Cavaliers. Arus is all by herself. Dupont is further ahead. Arus around 1, and here she comes. You got 2, make it 3 options to work with down to the right side. She goes to the near side option, and Sanzak will not beat the foot race with Chloe Murphy. And this will go back over to the keeper in Bilios, who will look to batten down the hatches as the Cavaliers have come in robust numbers at times, in layers almost, in installments. Rainville. Roy. Bouteau. Closed down once more, and this is Ariella who tried to get that through, and now here come the Cavaliers. Marlene is on the go, and now she will get around the Dawson Blue. Dupont inside the 18, that is pushed away by Murphy. Still inside the 18. Murphy right there for the Blues. That's deflected by Dupont. Still inside the edge of the 18, and back out to Marlene goes. Another throw coming up here for the Cavaliers. Space now on the near side to the far side. Arus, the goal scorer. Delivering one inside the face of the 6. That cleared away by Ahmed. And now on the go is Pascal. As she took the short route instead, this will be out of play for a throw-in for the Blues as we're through 11 minutes in this first half here from Seaway 3. Another whistle as Bichoka was hit from behind, and this will be a free kick instead for the, or thrown here for the Cavaliers. And a short-lived possession for the Cavaliers, and a thrown here for John Ahmed, who will look to get this ball in quickly enough. That's a miss hit from Kuskuna, as the staff wants to see this team controlling the flow right now, as the supply line has been all Cavaliers in this first half. And for the heat map, it's been heavily inside the Dawson Blues territory. Letang. Watched closely by Bichoka, and back out it comes to the center back in Bouteau. Trying to get around Kuskuna, who closes that down as we see a bit of a high press from the Blues in the open space, and this will be another throw coming up for the Cavaliers. As the scoreboard clock is off, they'll get that corrected. And back out to the open space it goes. Off the deflection, still alive. Letang can't clear it cleanly. Pascal will punt that ball back into the circle. And here's Dupont. Roy cannot win that 50-50, still in possession of it. And here come the Cavaliers going the other way. Options to work with. Arus going down the right side. Beautiful ball in. Pascal's got oodles of space. Delivering one across the face of goal. And that is a highlight package finish. The arts and crafts on the intoxicating finish by the Cavaliers. And they're up 2-0 here in the 12th minute of play, courtesy of Victoria Dupont on the delivery from Pascal. In soccer, there aren't many early knockout rounds, and this might be a knockout blow to the jaw of the Blues, who now might be in damage limitation mode with 2 goals given up in the first 12 minutes of play. Right now, the Cavaliers are rolling and the Blues are reeling. The Seaway lights are shining on the Cavaliers right now and exposing the Blues. And now they have to score 3 without reply for a chance to get through to the Final Four. For the likes of Momo and Hansik in particular, the trip to get to the Nationals might be a little bit trickier with the Champlain Cavaliers. Not there yet, but definitely in the pole position to be seeing one, if not both these teams, if they do meet up, both of them against the Cavaliers at some point in the tournament for the chance to win gold. But the Nomads and Egg are excellent teams who could very well punch their ticket to the Nationals themselves. And here's the one hit, and that is going to go nowhere for the Blues as Ariel tried to get that off the ricochet. Ahmed. Judy. Pascal gliding her way back out to Roy. And here come the Cavaliers as they are opening up the Blues, delivering another pass down. Marlene's on the go. Chasing her is DeSandro, and now we'll go to play for a throw-in for the Blues. And that's one back by the Cavaliers. Played up forward, and this will be out of play, and this will be another throw-in coming up here for the Blues, and this will be now played back on the race. Buteau trying to let that go through, but will opt for option B as Ramdani was right there on the chase. Dupont will defer back out to Marlene on the far side on this throw-in for the Blues. Champlain scarce for goals at home of late, but scoring 2 now in quick succession will help ease any angst for Vincent Orsida's troops going towards Tonneviere if they do hold on to this lead. You have to imagine if the Cavaliers get a third goal before the halfway point in this first half, this game might be done and dusted in terms of any hopes for the Blues to come back in this matchup. And right now for the Cavaliers, this might be practice session in terms of how they are going to view this game to keep everyone fresh for the provincials this weekend. Another quick throw-in coming up here for the Blues. With it is Oramdani, who will look to get this through, and this is going to find Boudreau, who will find some space to work with, and that is Chuuti, who will look for the options. She's got Ford to her left, taking her by herself on the right side, closed down by Sobzak. To the width it comes. Here's Ahmed with it. Around Pascal. On the left she comes. And she falls. This will be a free kick and a chance now for the Blues. This could be their chance here to perhaps set the standards to get themselves a goal on this free kick on the edge of the 15, now make it on the edge of the 18 in the 15th minute of play. Free kick coming up, Chloe Murphy on her right. 3-person wall for Murphy and for the Blues. Barracat trying to align the wall cleanly to make it difficult for Chloe Murphy to look at options to work with. Murphy going for the near post, and that had the dip, but the swerve was a little bit off course. Had it had a bit of a tighter swerve, it's 2-1 Cavaliers. And Murphy can definitely be hopeful in terms of that delivery that they have a chance if they find another opportunity that they can find behind the back of the net. Dupont. Arus will get that. Arus trying to work the options as she finds Pascal. Ahmed with the clear out. And still going with it. A hard snatch of the ball right there coming up from Bichoka, and back out to Ahmed it comes. Arus playing deeper than before. Here is Roy. Daisy cutter pass, finding Senizak. And that is pickpocketed by Zariello, who cannot find Kuskuna, who's playing highest up. Again, 3 goals for name this season. Pascal. Another feather ball right through to Arus. And that is pushed out by Francois. And this will be a Champlain possession here, as Arus was knocked down, and a chance now for the Cavaliers on this corner kick coming up. Second one of the day as we are 18 minutes into this first half. And Swinger here for the Cavaliers. Overload to the back post. 18th minute of play. And now a chance for the Cavs. Dupont. And that's pushed away back out of harm's territory. And the twist and turn for the Cavs. And here they come, gliding their way through. Another whistle, free kick coming up for the home side. As Buteau was impeded by a Dawson Blue, and now a chance for the Cavaliers for a free kick from about 25 yards out. Wall will defer back over, and now the Cavaliers have a chance to really put a seed of doubt into the mindset of the Dawson Blues in the 19th minute of play. Free kick here for the Blues, and here are the Cavaliers for the chance on it. And the punch, the whistle, the flag, and this will be offside. As Bilios had it timed perfectly, but Arus was ahead of the bell curve on that one. And this will be a free kick here for the Dawson Blues. Can the Blues pick the lock of the Cavaliers? Right now it's double padded lock that they've not been able to penetrate through. They'll have to use an Ocean's 11-like style to come back in this matchup. Arus closing it down. And Murphy will get the free goal thrown, that is a big part for the Blues against the Cavaliers. John Ahmed now with it. Going to the low end, and this will be ushered out by Sabzak for another throw for Ahmed, part 2. Ashley will make her way up fields, trying to get the right delivery in. Here's Ahmed, punting one up forward. Buteau. Here's Barraquette, not many touches for her so far, closed down, the press, giveaway. Here's a chance for the Blues. Could this be here for Kuskuna? On her left, going for goal, deflected again, still alive for the Blues. Back out it goes, still out of chaos. And the Blues cannot punish the Cavaliers, and Champlain breathing a sigh of relief as the Blues came very close to making it 2-1. Ahmed. Back out to the near side it goes. And taking a travel here is Bichoka, who as she looks to get forward. Bichoka again. Marley on her, so it's 3 versus 3 in the uniform number department. Bichoka. And that finds the opening. Wah. Merlin. Arus on the go, and the foot race coming up here with Francois. Arus trying to body her way around Francois in the twist and turn, and that will find back over to Murphy, who will push this one onto the open space. Now the Blues win that possession. Here they come the other way. Dawson just trying to string together possession, trying to have the Cavaliers chase them for a minute or two. They had a real chance on the Bearcat near miss on the kick that could have been costly for the Cavaliers, but it remains 2-0 for the home side over the Blues. Francois. Sanzak. Arus. And that was a slow pass, and that's taken away by Zariello, who will push that into play for another throw coming up for the Cavaliers, and there might be a down blue on the pitch right now on the far side. And it appears to be DeSandro, who got clipped in the facial area. And now we'll look to get some first aid from the training staff from Dawson. Another diagonal. Pascal's on the go. Pascal on the sharp angle off the edge of the crossbar. And that hit the edge of the envelope as Bilios was frozen, and Pascal had the right angle, but the degree of delivery was a little higher than expected, and it remains 2-0 for the Cavaliers. Another throw coming into here. Here's Arus on the go. Try to put one in for Sanizak. Arus still with it. She has been an absolute commander-in-chief of this game so far on this Tuesday night. To the width. Merlin. And that is pushed away out for what should be a throw-in coming up here for the Champlain Cavaliers. Roy on the switch. Sobzak's delivery, and Bilios with the routine catch. And it remains 2-0 for the Cavaliers with half of the first period to go in the 24th minute of play. Sobzak. Buteau. That pass lacking the ingenuity. Zariello. And a dummy pass right to the legs of Boudreau, finding his way to Murphy. This opens up the Cavaliers, and here's Ahmed with it down the left side. Could this be the moment now for the Blues? And this will be dissipated by the Cavaliers, and here they come the other way. They have a 2-on-1. Dupont is all by herself, and here she comes. Francoise in the chase. Dupont's on the go on her left. Dupont, and a big save by Bilios, and the save and the rebound recovered in time as the Blues were opened up. They flooded forward, and they had no resistance provided as Dupont had it on her left, and Bilios came up with the stop, which may have saved the game for the Blues, down 2-0. Here is Roy. Another long ball up ahead. Dupont. Nice give and go. Here is Merlin. In across the 6. And this will be back out to the near side and back over to Bichoka as she will find that ball deep to the near side. And the race is on. And now it is Kuskuna who will win that against Rainville. Kuskuna's gotten the turn and stopping as Rainville take away the lead road. And that's pushed away. Still with it are the Blues. Here's a long-range shot, deflected, still alive. The Blues showing much more ingenuity and some more steel in their game. Can they find the delicious bite of a goal as that goes out of play for a throw and coming up for Dawson? So the Blues really much more ambitious than before as they were sitting back, but now they know with only 21 minutes left in this first half, they must author a goal to make it a much easier deficit to look at, and that will not help as Bichoka was offside on the far side. Free kick for the Cavaliers. Here is Roy and Pascal. And that's one back over. And this will be a throw-in coming up here for the Dawson Blues. No long range through. Arus is on the go. Arus finding the pass. Here comes Dupont. And Francois will stand her ground, and that will give her the possession back for the Blues on that sequence. Arus back out. Senizak. And that's taken away by Chiudi, and this will be over to the Blues, who are holding on here. But can they find a goal in this first half? And now it is the go time here. And back to the width it comes. DeSandro. Roy. Using the quick feet and back out to Rainville. Champlain up by 2. They've had some twitchy moments, though. The Blues have presented to them as Sobzak will find Roy in the circle. Cuscuna highest up for the Blues with support in the depth of the formation. And that's well played by Murphy. And now here she comes going the other way. Murphy with another decent cutter pass on the right side. And with it is Danny. And that ball lacked the ingenuity required to find the passing lane. Rainville. Barraquette. And that's a giveaway by the Cavaliers. Here's a chance. Still with it. Still with it. Cuscuna still on the right. Finding through for the 2-1. And that goes wide left. That was the moment. And they come up empty. And the good interplay by the Blues. As that was a chance for Chloe Murphy. An absolute sitter. And it went wide left. Had Barraquette beat. And the Cavaliers a little sloppy. And almost were punished. The lacking the clinical edge was the Blues. And that would have been a heart and mouth moment for the Cavaliers to give up a goal like that. Well, the Blues definitely showing a warning sign towards the Cavaliers that this will not be an easy ride in towards Trois-Rivières if they do advance. And for Chloe Murphy, that's twice now her right foot has been dangerous and sending a warning shot towards Barraquette and the Cavaliers. Here's the through ball. Dupont, Francois in the 50-50. Dupont cutting against the right. Dupont going in, and right there, an easy save for Bilios. And this is pushed forward once again. Pascal. Sobzak. Sanizak onside. Try to flick it to Dupont, but could not get the heel to ball trajectory correct. Alexia Pascal. Rainville. Bouteau. Here is Roy. There goes Dupont. And now the Cavaliers trying to calm down the surging Blues in the last 5-6 minutes of play. Pascal. And that finds Francois instead for the Blues. Cuscuna couldn't get to that. Roy with it, directing traffic, the orchestrator. Finding Merlin. And now we'll get around DeSandro. Merlin with the toe poke and right into the palms of Bilios. As we're half an hour in, a quarter of an hour to go, and the Cavaliers hold it up to a 2-0 lead. Roy. Merlin. Roy again. A maestro out there for the Cavaliers. Gliding their way through, and that is taken away by Chiudi. And Dupont tried to feather one through to Merlin, but Francois has been there for the test. And this will be a throw coming up here for the Cavaliers on the far side. Rainville. And a whistle. And there's a down Cavalier, and the pantomime reaction from the Blues bench, because Cuscuna would have been all alone on that delivery from Rainville as she called for a stoppage in play with a down Cavalier, and that is Felicia Roy who was down. And the Blues have an argument about that one. If that was the timing, that has benefited the Cavaliers in the 33rd minute of play. And Cuscuna's not happy about it, trying to plead her case to the official about that whistle being called. With that, we a drop ball kick here for the Cavaliers. But what if Cuscuna had the right foot and had the leverage and weight on that? And with that, Champlain possession. Jana Ahmed will not get to that cleanly. Around 1, and now Pascal will be pushed off by the Blues. And here come the Blues the other way. Perhaps that will wake them up now, and on the go and space to work with, and offside is Zariello. So and now the referee will come by here to perhaps give a warning to the staff. And still animated right now. As you can see, the battle of wits, the pantomime reaction from the Dawson bench. Trying to keep their cool as they have about 12 left to go in this first half. And that's taken away. And here come the Blues the other way. It is Zariello and Rainville with Barraquette in support. As Barraquette will take that off the ground and back over it comes. Buteau. Another long ball here. Here's Dupont. Francois on the chase on the right hip. Dupont's got a roost to the 6. Into there, and Blios right there to take that threat away from the Cavaliers. Chiudi. Now it's opened up for both sides. Plenty of space to work with for both ends. Ahmed with it. Jean Ahmed now trying to work the options to get this forward. Bachoka. And that's given away. Sobzak. Here is Dupont. Here is Arus. Champlain flooding forward. Arus still with it. And we'll go out to option C in Pascal. And that takes a ricochet, and this goes out of play for a throw-in for the Cavaliers. As this will be in the 35th minute of play with 10 to go in this first half. And this will be last touch by the Blues. Another throw in here for the Cavaliers. Pascal will find the delivery. As the open space comes, Rainville with it. Cusco on the chase, and now helping support is Buteau. Merlin, Buteau. Buteau in a 1v1 against DeSandro. And across the 6. Pascal, and that's pushed out of play, and this should be a corner kick coming up for the Cavaliers. And it will indeed be a corner kick for the Cavs in the 36th minute of play from Seaway 3. 2-0 lead for the Champlain Cavaliers over the Dawson Blues. And a chance for the Blues to hold serve here. They've had a couple of chances, but have come up empty. Chloe Murphy had one, an absolute sitter inside the 6. And just went wide left. And the Kuskuna call for an injured Cavalier player could have been a breakaway, and that was nullified. And now here's the corner kick for the Cavaliers on the near side. High in the air. Header over everyone's cranial body part, and this will go back over to the Blues. Offside, and this will be a whistle, and this will be a foul instead. You have to wonder now if the patience for the Dawson Blues is starting to wear thin, given how the calls have been not into their favor from their viewpoints. Sanzak's pass will be another repeat of the throw-in. And here is Sanzak again. Long range. And that was just wide to the left of Bilios. And there is a whistle in play, and there is a substitution coming up here for the Cavaliers, as they'll make their first sub to bring in some fresher legs. And about to come into the cauldron right now is Kellyanne Prince, As going off will be Felicia Roy. As Orsita looking perhaps ahead now to get some of the younger players a run, and also to keep the key players fresh going towards the weekend if this scoreline does hold. Back out to the west, and here is Letang, Rainville. Rainville looking for the option, spraying a pass forward to Pascal, who has been very high up the pitch, trying to keep Ahmed honest in the position where she's at. Another long ball to Pascal, who has been the facilitator. But that time, that supply line of a pass was a little too further ahead than where she was. So far, it's 6 without reply by the Cavaliers against the Blues in the aggregate of the 2 games, or the game and a half so far. But right now, it's 2-0 in this scoreline. Takes a funny bounce in favor of Dupont. And that's cleared away by DeSandro. Prince. And this is Rainville, as Saint-Jacques will push it back out to Rainville. Letang. Another long ball up ahead. DeSandro pushed off once more. Sobczak closed down by 2. Another whistle, free kick coming up for the Blues. Well by Chudi, and now a chance here for the Blues with about less than 5 to go. If they can find themselves a late goal here to perhaps make it 2-1. Murphy's delivery. Takes a ricochet, a bounce, and to Barricada goes. Had that ball slowed up, Kuskuna would have been in. Prince, or Pascal, finding Dupont on her bicycle. Dupont try to get around Francois. And Francois will get knocked over by Dupont, who's played very well for the Dawson Blues today, is Francois. And now another free kick for the Westmount girls. And they'll move back a few more yards as we're now less than 5 away from the 45 being completed. And that's given away clearly by the Blues as the Cavaliers recycle possession. Another diagonal 45, switch of play, finding Merlin. And Merlin now trying to get that ball. Now will go to play for another throw-in for the Blues. Champlain has not had many threatening propositions in terms of goal strike opportunities in quite a while. The Blues have had the more recent attempts on net, and this is a foul and be a free kick, and a card will be used and utilized on one of the Cavaliers, and this might be on Saint-Jacques perhaps, or on Prince. We'll see who this was directed towards too. Saint-Jacques stopped to look at the referee, and it appears it might be her who will get the yellow card on this Tuesday night. That's pushed forward. So it's Kellyanne Prince that gets the yellow, not Saint-Jacques. And this will be a throw-in coming up for the Blues in the 43rd minute of play. 3 away from the 90. But right now the Blues looking like they might have a bit of inspiration now to get themselves a late goal here in this first half. And what would that do for the minds of the Blues to get that goal late in this first half and maybe give themselves a chance in the second half? Might be far and few chances, but they have to cash in. Murphy. Here's Dupont, and Francois again has been able to erase any threat from Dupont as she is babysat every step with Dupont, whether it's on the left side, on the right side, centrally speaking here. Francois is definitely a keeper for this Blues team here. A Centurion for the back line for the Dawson Blues at times here, really controlling and patrolling the back line for the Blues at times. And now a free kick here for the Blues, or for the Cavaliers, I beg your pardon, as Arus was knocked down, and a chance here from the edge of the 18 from a very dangerous proposition. And now for Bilios and for the Blues, they must get the angles right in the 44th minute of play. And on the ball is Merlin. Can she find the back of the net or find the right angle of redirection from one of the players in white? Man marking now by the Blues. Merlin on the left, two-person wall into the edge of the 18, and this will find a traffic of bodies. Champlain thought it was a handball, play on, and the one hit from Pascal will go wide left. And another third kick, goal kick coming up here for the Blues for Chloe Murphy moving forward. Final minute before the 90, before the 45 is complete. And added time, we imagine it'll be another minute or so to the added time. And now it is Dupont, a giveaway by the Blues. Arus takes a ricochet. Letang. Here's Sobzak. Buteau. Around one Dawson Blue, and that was Oramdani, who got frozen feet on that move by the Cavalier. And here's a shot going wide right, and that lacked the accuracy right there as we're now in the final 15 seconds before the 45. And that will do it here. We're through one half of play, 45 down, 45 to go. The Blues gave up two early goals. They had some bite, but the Cavaliers have looked to the challenge right now, has stood up to the challenges from the Dawson Blues in the first 45. 45 down, 45 to go. Will the Cavaliers punch the ticket to Torrivière? We'll find out in the second half here from CY 3. Stay tuned.
going forward is going to the left. So the defense has to activate the ball to go to the right. I know it's to the left because you are defending against team to construct the defense like a midfielder. But now when your team in front, you gotta take risks, right? You're not thinking to yourself, what if you Vivian, right? If you support that. Vivian if you support that. So Vivian, right? What if I run it back and I stop right here? And Sheraton, you know he's my support man. One of my support. Just imagine, you get Vivian, you kick it out instead of I kicking it out and giving it opposing me, you kick it out and swing off the ball in. You understand? So what you need to do, you need to know, you don't have to be here. You need to know, you need to get more balls to go forward. If you get more balls to go forward, your percentage of scoring goals is greater. Just like that. Okay, right. Better to lose it up there than not to. Better to lose it up there. You know what I'm saying? I understand your point. I understand your point. So what I'm saying, I give it to them there in my half, or I lose it up there. My odds are something might happen up there. But in my half, the only thing could happen is they can score. If we lose it in their half and they make a boo-boo, it means that maybe we can score. So I understand your point, it makes sense. But the logistics in it, do I prefer to lose the ball in my half or in their half? So you can think about it, right? Does it make sense? Okay, so listen. That pressure is coming. They're coming from the top. And they're using their flaps, right? Midfielder. He marking space.
Welcome back here to halftime as we get ready for the final 45 of this game. Dawson down by a score 2-0 to the Cavaliers. Champlain now 45 minutes away from booking a 90-minute bus ride to Trois-Rivières for the weekend. And showdown with the top two teams that they would have coming up on the weekend here, as Huntsic and Montmorency await the final two participants and their opponents coming up for this provincial weekend in the middle of the highway from Montreal to Quebec City, the midpoint for this destination for these teams. One of them will be punching their ticket through. So Dawson, bit of tough luck in the first half. Had a couple bounces that did not go their way. Chloe Murphy had a chance to get the first goal, but could not do so. And Kuskuna thought she had a breakaway that was blowing dead because of an injured Cavalier, but the scoreline remains benefit for Champlain as we're through 45 with 45 to go. And now here we go for the second half from Seaway 3. Boudreau. In the game for the first time today is Okoli. Adama Okoli in for the first time, her first touch. Just going wide left. And the throw now for Buteau. And Prince going out to the width. Letang with it for the Cavaliers. Trying to find that pass back to Prince, but Sobzak right there. Another overshot pass by Sobzak, and here come the Blues, but no one but Barraquette for the Cavaliers there to take away this ball possession away from Dawson. And that pass is another heavy touch from Kayla Owen. And back over to Oramadani. And now here come the Blues. Could this be the chance? Long range shot, Barraquette right there. She'll palm that into the chest. Off the shot coming from Pachoka. And this will be back in the Cavaliers' possession moving forward once again. Up in the air. Francois' pass, the back heel move. Lovely flicks and tricks right there by the Blues. Zariello's pass tried to get it over to Okoli, but Sanizak will get that back over for the Blues. And now over the Cavaliers, a big part, and that takes a ricochet from the Prince delivery off of the ankle of Chiotti. And now this will be a thrown here for the Cavaliers. Sanizak. Rainville. Back out it comes, Rainville once more. Buteau. And the pass from Owen will find its way over to Chloe Murphy, who will now twist and turn into the wind and will go for the safety route. And this will be a throw in here for the Cavaliers. And it will be for Merlin's chance to perhaps get this through as we're a couple minutes into this second half. Here's Merlin. Offside. And this will be a free kick here for the Dawson Blues as we are not in a danger zone yet for the Blues, but they have to find themselves in a position to get that first goal to create some sort of doubt in the mindset of the Cavaliers in this second half. And that kick will go back out for another throw coming up here for the Dawson Blues. And that was an overthrow. And Kuskuna on the chase. Rainville back over to Barraquette. Okoli's kick. And this will be another throw coming up here for the Cavaliers. Champlain again has had the first 2 goals, it looked like they were going to be a runaway train in the first 20, scoring 2 in the first 20. But the Blues have found themselves at times, have acquitted themselves quite well in terms of the flow of play. And now it's Pascal back over to Letang. And here's Pascal. And there's another foul. And that is a big part in Francois with the recovery there for the Blues. And now on the overlap is Prince from Pascal. And Prince will get it onside, but barely. And now knocked over by Francois, who's done a wonderful job for the Blues. And now a through ball in for Owen. And right there to take that away is Bilios. And again, the Blues have had some leaky moments in their back line, but have been able to tighten it up at times when it comes down to it. And another free kick coming up here for the Blues, as we're now in the 50th minute of play from Seaway 3. Murphy on the free kick. Champlain trying to get things organized. And now up forward it goes. Okoli. And that's walled off by Zariello, who is limping right now for the Dawson Blues, trying to get back into position. You have to wonder if maybe instant pain that will subside eventually to get herself back into full strength. Prince sneaking away from 2 Dawson Blue players. And that pass was a little bit sloppy. And here comes Ramdani now trying to get that through. Ramdani will go out to the feet of Francois. Whistle, free kick. As Bachoka was knocked over. And a free kick here for the Dawson Blues and for Chloe Murphy. And this is from a distance out, as this is from 35 yards out in the 51st minute of play. Murphy surveying, pushing one forward. Murphy part 2. Dupont on in the 50-50. That's still up in the air, and this will go out of play for another throw coming up here for the Dawson Blues. And this will be another throw again for the Dawson Blues. Dawson doing a better job since the 23rd minute of play, have battened down the hatches, have weathered the storm from the Cavaliers, and now looking to create a bit of a hurricane themselves and trying to get them a goal before we hit the halfway point in the second half. Another launch back by the Blues. Dupont. Owen further up ahead. Arus is off now, and here is Buteau. And this goes right by Merlin, who tries to keep that in place. She does indeed. And now it is Owen on the run. Francois will win first place in that race. And back out to Bilios. That's a weak kick from her. And right there's a Coley who will save that moment and bring it back out over to Buteau, who will let that roll out of play for a throw-in. Merlin. Buteau. Here's Merlin. And tried to nutmeg Boudreau, and Boudreau was able to shut down that proposition rather quickly in terms of the ball through her legs. And that's headed back through Prince and punted out of play by Zariello. And another throw coming up here for the Cavaliers. 2 might be enough, but a third goal might be the one that will punch the Cavaliers' provincial ticket to Trois-Rivières. Another through daisy cutter pass from Prince. Couldn't get that through the last line of the Dawson Blue corridor. Rainville with another delivery. Francois will let that go through. Here is Owen. Francois, miscommunication. And Murphy right there to sweep away any debris from the Cavaliers' attacking intent. And this finds the hands, Bilios. Sobczak's kick. And taking the option B route is the Dawson Blues to let that go through. And it will be Boudreau who will have the throw in on the near side. Finding Owen, Boudreau. Here is Dupont. Dupont now the 1v1. Eyeball to eyeball with Boudreau. Tried to drop pass over to Merlin, and right there is the newly minted Okoli into the game as she defended well twice against Merlin, and this will be a throw in here for the Cavaliers. And it will be Boudreau once more in the throw-in for the Blues against the Cavaliers. Kuskuna playing deeper than before. Buteau. As she used the smooth dribbling of the feet, but that wasn't a smooth pass, as it will be Boudreau in the throw-in once more for the Blues here, as the flow of play has been now locked into the middle part of the Dawson territory. So not much action for the Blues yet in this second half. And there won't be much more action with that. Vincent Osida in his third year coaching the Cavaliers. Has gone to Nationals, has won one Quebec title. Lost the Nationals on this very pitch to Hunsick a couple years ago. We'll have to go back to a third consecutive Nationals, but he's got 3 obstacles. And this is the first one in Dawson, and the other 2 await Montmorency and Hunsick. If they do advance to the Nationals, they'll have to go through 3 stiff opponents. And the latter 2 have been an absolute thorn to the Cavaliers and have been a riddle that the Cavs have not been able to solve in the last few weeks of action in the month of October. Danny. And Buteau again with the quick feed back out to Rainville. Finding the space. Letang closed down. And now the Cavaliers playing themselves out of trouble. Another delivery by Rainville. Merlin in. And Boudreau's on the chase. Merlin is on side. Flag is down. Merlin now watching by Boudreau closely. Cutting, looking, waiting, passing. Francois will let that go through and it will roll right to Bilios on that opportunity coming up here. Pushed up once forward. Here are the Cavaliers. Buteau. We'll go switch a play, back out to Letang. And now with it is Letang once more. Headed up ahead. Sobczak's pass. And here is Senizak. Here is Buteau. Here's Merlin. The header, soft touch, finding its way through to Prince. And here's Dupont on the go. Francois closing down the gap. Dupont punting one into the 6. Bilios over her head and over the head of Pascal. And went through a plethora of players. And it benefits the Blues as they come up unscathed on that delivery from Dupont. Pachoka, and now the sub coming in, and now in the game for the first time will be Michakis. As Michakis will come in for the Dawson Blues, and going off will be Ramdani, as her race might be done now for the time being as we move to the final 32 minutes of play in this second half. And this is back out in the open space. Again, Kuskuna, the only player up ahead for the Blues in this situation. Buteau. Surveying the options. And the Cavaliers running into almost a cul-de-sac as Okoli was able to put the trap out, and Kuskuna was just there, but Sanzak read it well enough to get this back out of harm's way. Here's Pascal. There goes Pascal, and that shot is wide right. And then that'll be a goal kick coming up here for the Cavaliers. Bilios, since the 2 goals she gave up in the first half, has been very stern and sterling at times for the Blues, coming up with a couple of interventions to keep it at 2. Stanizak. Marlene. 2 Blues on her. And that's one back by Dupont after the first touch by Chiudi. Another long range pass. Prince Murphy on her. Prince in the 18. Marlene trying to circle the wagons. Prince delivering one inside the edge of the 18. Pascal can't get to it. Dawson does, and now here come the Blues back the other way. But that is erased by the Cavaliers, who maintain possession inside the final third. It is Pascal's delivery, and right into the gloves of Bilios. Half an hour to go, and the Blues not running out of track yet, but they're definitely starting to run into a position where they may not have enough time to get 2 goals, let alone 1. And it's Sanzak with it. And Sanzak tried to get one through. Murphy was there and Owen was there, but Bilios was the first one to get there. Rainville. Letang. And back over it comes, and here come the Cavaliers. And here comes Marlene down the left side. Marlene delivering one inside the 6, deflected, still alive, still going. Dupont with it. Dupont still going. A wall of blue will repel that ball out of play, and this will be a corner kick coming up here for the Champlain Cavaliers as the Blues keep this at 2. But nonetheless, though, the Cavaliers will get a consolation prize of a corner kick and a chance perhaps to get themselves the vital 3rd goal, which would put this game over the hills and the sword to the hearts of the Dawson Blues on this Tuesday night. Okoli will push that one away. Prince tried to wedge it out of harm's way. They do indeed, but it goes the other way. Sanzak circling the wagons as she's now caught. And this will be a throw-in coming up here. And now a sub for the Cavaliers as a Roos will come in and going off. Will be Marlene. So a Roos will come in. They'll do a little chest movement of the pieces of positioning out there. And it will be Owen, it appears, who will be the left back for the remainder of this game, if not. Back heel. Here's Pascal's pass on the byline, and Arus was a bit short to the ball. And a goal kick coming up here for the Dawson Blues. Murphy on the goal kick for the Blues, and the Cavaliers just trying to find that 3rd goal, and the Blues trying to find themselves 1 goal. And that takes a ricochet. Kuskuna finds the opening. Here come the Blues. Could this be the chance for the goal? And that's repelled away by Barraquette. And tripping up was Bichoka, who was slow to get up. And there's an injured Blue player on the turf, and they will have to bring on the training staff. But Bichoka had a chance, and that is a 2nd glorious opportunity here for the Blues. And they're 0 for 2 inside the 18 as Barraquette coming up with the most important intervention of the game for the Cavaliers in the 63rd minute of play. And with that, they'll have an unofficial stoppage in play here. As Bachoka was slow to get up. As Oshida will give a last. As Orsita trying to get the last rights in here. As Barquette getting a handshake from the support staff on that stop. Lily Rose Barquette. And that will help her confidence as she grows into the position following Rosalie Stabile's reign as a keeper, and Barquette deputizing in that role now as becoming the #1 keeper for the Cavaliers. Zariello getting the last second instructions from the staff, and now the Cavaliers back on possession. What a chance that was for the Blues to make it 2-1. Sobczak. Here is Rainville. And here is Buteau. And there goes the ball. And there is Arus, but Francois has been there step for step, reading the play well for the Blues so far today. And Prince got that taken away. And here come the Zariello-led Dawson Blues to the near side. It is Boudreau. And over the head of Buteau, and Barquette will get to it. Not a single Blue within 15 yards of that ball. As Barquette will wait for Kuskuna, and now will pick up the ball in time. Anxious times now for the Blues. Champlain trying to hold their focus and keep their heartbeat at a normal rate. The defending Quebec champions trying to punch their ticket to the Final Four. And from there, they got two opponents that they could potentially face in the road to the Nationals if they qualify to the Nationals, with Montmorency and Hunsick there and resting up. And now it is back over to Francois. Spraying the ball back out to Boudreau. Champlain on the chase, Boudreau on the delivery, and finding this through to Kuskuna. Kuskuna. Back out to the open space it comes, and it is going to be well read by Pascal. Here's Rainville, and here's Buteau. And this takes a strong touch for Owen, playing the left back role. And Boudreau will sweep that out of play, and now set to come in the game is Susie for the first time today, as she'll try to create a little bit more of an injection of pace. And Bachoka will be taken off as she had the moments but could not come up with the goods. As Susie now will hope to bring some change of space and change of race here for the Dawson Blues to get a little bit faster and a little bit more edgier in this race right now that they have against the Cavaliers, which they're down 2-0. Owen on the throw-in coming up for the Cavaliers. And with it is Arus on the byline. Arus tried to go wide against Zariello, and Owen will get that back over to Prince. Prince splitting through two. Prince around Francois, going for goal. And right there's Bilios. It was going wide left, but I wanted to go safety first on that one to keep it at 2-0. Up ahead to Dupont, and this will be back over to Murphy. And that's going to be offside. as Kuskuna was the head of the line and came back and was not offside. And a free kick here for the Cavaliers. So Rainville moving back a couple more yards, back into the Champlain territory. And here is Bouteau with it. Susi's first touch. Trying to get to Kuskuna, and Kuskuna cannot get that, as now she's chasing Rainville for possession. Bouteau. Sanzak stripped away. And fouled is Zariello, and this will be a free kick for the Blues, or a throw-in now instead. So they go with the consolation prize of a throw-in and a free kick. And this goes over Zariello's head, and Rainville. And that's off of Zariello, and this will be a throw-in coming up here for the Cavaliers. 20 to go in this game. And right now, the race is starting to shrink for the Dawson Blues in getting 1 goal and 2 goals in total without reply. Zariello losing a bit of steam on that. Sanzak. Here is Owen. And Owen will have a quick throw in. And this is pushed forward. Arus. Francois on the chase. Arus. Around 1. Dupont try to feather one through. And Ahmad was right there for the Blues as Ahmed get that through, and this will be a throw-in coming up here for the Cavaliers with 19 left in this game. Another throw-in here for the Dawson Blues instead, as Pascal could not keep that in. Arus takes her ping pong off of Dupont and off of Ahmed, and now here's Kuskuna all by herself. Waiting for the reinforcements, and here they come, and it is Susi. Options to her left and right, and went with the wrong one. Tried to put one through for Judy, but that is going to go back into the Dawson territory, as this game has been mostly in the Dawson territory, as Susi, I beg your pardon, it is Murphy who is about to take in the throw-in, but now they'll stop play as they'll bring in some fresh legs as Orm Danny will come in for who, and it looks like Kuskuna is going off, and she will be down for the day. So the firepower of goals will have to come from anyone but Kuskuna, who is done for the day, at least for now, with less than 18 minutes to go. And now the race is going on. Arus almost won that, but Murphy with a little cheek with the ball at her feet, and she loses it this time. Arus back out to Dupont. Dupont now on the go. Dupont in for the kill shot. 3-0. Champlain pushing their passports to the Final Four. Delight for the Cavs, despair for the Blues, and the Cavaliers will be defending their championship in a few days' time in 20 as Dupont putting the Blues to the sword, and they're heading over the hills to 20 with the intentions of defending their crown this weekend. In the 73rd minute of play, Dupont getting the goal, and the Cavaliers now can start smiling and breathe a sigh of relief that they're going to be heading to the Final Four and a chance to get back to the Nationals with 2 tough games potentially coming up in that weekend's window. And for the Dawson Blues, they put up a valiant fight, but unfortunately, the quality was lacking in the final third. No cutting edge at all. The dynamism non-existent at times. Had a couple of chances, but just did not have the cerebral instincts to finish off those opportunities. And you have to wonder if they had gotten one, maybe even two, it would have been different. Dupont with a fizzer of a finish. And now it is going to be Champlain possession in the final home game of the Cavaliers' schedule. They'll get at least 2 more games, but they will want to have those games be meaningful. And the semifinal game will be mouth-watering on the weekend. And if they do get by the semifinalist and get to the finals, and from there it's a coin flip. Could the Cavaliers get back to the Nationals? And here's Owen with it. Finding the Prince. Francois on the gallop, tried to impede Prince. Prince now on the end line. Going in. Back over to Owen. Back to Sobczak, tripped up, foul, free kick. And set to come in is Lacio for the Blues. And a double sub here for the Cavaliers as they'll bring in Boivin along with Mara Gilpin. Free kick for the Cavaliers. The Blues have a quarter of an hour left. 3-0 to go. They would love to go damage limitations and not give up a fourth. They did give up 4 to the Cavaliers. They give it up 3 now, 7 in the aggregate. And now Sanzak on the free kick. Shoot onside policy. And off the edge of the envelope. And this will be a corner kick as Bilios was able to get a forensic touch on that. And this will be now a corner kick here for the Cavaliers. Second bite of the cherry coming up here for the Cavaliers. They love for this to be a sweet ending on this delivery. Short kick. In traffic. Still there. Arus 4-0. And right now, for the Cavaliers, they roll the dice and they have hit the jackpot of goals. And this is a 4-0 game here. And now for the Dawson Blues, it is, again, might be damage limitations. And trying to keep the morale as high as enough to keep this at 4 and not give up any more. So Gilpin coming in, and also coming back in the game for the first time today is Boivin for Pascal. And the Cavaliers are enjoying this Tuesday night. 4-0 game. It may not seem like that for the Dawson Blues in their eyes. But in terms of the quality, in terms of the depth, Champlain was better tonight on this Tuesday evening. John Ahmed losing that ball. And this will be a throw in here for the Cavaliers. 13 to go in this matchup. Sarus with the goal, and the Cavaliers looking rather clean in this game. Rainville. And that is a heavy touch. And this will go to play as Zariello was lurking with intent. But could not get that ball to stay in as that ran out of racetrack. Champlain heading now to the Final Four. And this should be a fantastic men's and women's edition. The women's. And here is Dupont on a hat trick. Dupont looking for goal number 3, and she skied that one over the net. And she might be having nightmares about that chance. And for her, it wasn't in the semifinals, if not the finals. No question that this women's Final Four will have some heavyweights, the Blue Bloods, the Queens of the Manors, RSEQ Champlain, the last two Quebec champions. Montmorency out there as well, as Dupont playing her final steps at home at Seaway 3, as she's now replaced by Ariane Michaud, who has scored 1 goal for the Cavaliers. So Dupont is now officially done in Seaway 3. And what a way to go out. 2 goals to her name, could have had a hat trick. But now the love for that magic Budaverse to be regal on the weekend in Trois-Rivières. And with it, another delivery, and this goes wide. And back out to the Cavaliers it comes, to the Dawson Blues. Pushed up ahead. Buteau pushed around. Buteau again. And this is a whistle and a foul on her. And the free kick will be taken a few yards further deep as Lemire in the game for the first time today. With 10 to go in the 90. And for the Blues, something to build upon. Last year, they were outclassed in all their games. This year, 3 wins out of 10. And here in the knockout stage, but 4 goals in red ink. Lemieux's delivery. Around Owen and back out to the Blues it comes. Zariello's pass. Finding Oromdani. Oromdani moved out by Buteau, and Buteau will go safety first, and this will be a corner kick instead for the Dawson Blues in the 82nd minute of play. Game is all but a wrap now. 4-0 lead, and what a week it will be at the provincials. And it is Michaud, and she got pickpocketed by Zariello. And back over it comes to Arus. Arus is on the go. Arus still going. Murphy on her. Arus stopping in the end line, and last touch by who? And this will be a corner kick for the Cavaliers. Champlain in no hurry at all to take this corner kick. And with that, in the 83rd minute of play, it might go short, perhaps. Not needing any more goals. Comfortable 4-0 lead again. Identical scoreline from the regular season matchup. That has been a carbon copy in this knockout game on this Tuesday night. Buteau. Rainville. Back over to Prince, and she gets that over to Gilpin, who's playing now the right back, as Barraquette with a little fancy footwork, finding the open space. Now the Cavaliers looking to exploit that space in their favor. And with it down the far side, it comes to Michaud, and Zariello will push that to play for a throw-in here for the Cavaliers. Another throw-in again for the Cavs, and And with it now is a Roos. And that's swept away. Well repelled by Francois, who has been sterling today for the Dawson Blues. Motoring her way through. She's been their principal supplier when it comes to blocks and delivering the first pass out of the territory. And a potential building block for the Dawson Blues moving forward in terms of her eligibility left with the team in blue. Headed through, and this is going to be a goal kick instead for the Dawson Blues. Fought to go in the 90. And for the Cavaliers, look at a few more days of practice time, and then away they go. And for the Blues, their season will come to an end as Gilpin called for the handball in a few minutes from now. Murphy on it. Murphy had some glorious chances. She had the free kick that swerved left, had that absolute sitter inside the 18 at the penalty spot, went wide left. And here is Barraquette with it. And Machoka had a chance as well, but a massive save by Barraquette. And that kind of boosted the energy levels for the Cavaliers to find two more goals. And there it is, the conclusion right now, 4 without reply from Champlain against Dawson. Owen. Lemieux on her. Sanzak. And Jana Ahmed with it and pushing that forward to Okoli. But Gilpin there to be the installation on that. And the installation losing that one back over. And now it is Michaud, or Susi, I beg your pardon, for the Blues. Francois, Sobzak. And this is kept on the edge by Lankyo. And this is one back by Sobzak. Play on we go. Sobzak. Here is Michaud, and that pass coming in from Boivin was a little bit too much on that. And now pitching their way through is Prince. As the Cavaliers are smelling more goals, their tails are up. They're hunting and hounding for that 5th goal, perhaps. Here is Sanizak. She can hit them. And with it, to the width it comes. Owen delivery. Over a plethora of heads. Boivin's kick. And that is ambitious at best on the one hit. And this will be a goal kick instead. Play forward once more, and here is the Blues. They might have 1 or 2 more trips left in this 90, as we're now in the final 2:30 left in this second half. Knocked over is Prince. Owen. So you have to keep possession away from Machakis, and this will be back out into the open space. Boivin back with it, going out to the switch of play. And there is Lancio as that ball will go out of play for what should be a throw coming up here for the Cavaliers. Francois Arus, and Francois winning that battle again. Senzak has clearance, and that is going to go wide right. Final 90 of the 90 left in this game. And for Sita and his staff, a content performance, a rebound after going winless nearly a month of play. But now they'll head into the provincial Final Four on a winning note. And if you use the 8-ball, you can shake it up, and it could be either the Nomads, the Egg, or the Cavaliers. That could very well be punching their ticket to the Nationals. No question, it'll be 2 grinding games if the Cavaliers get past the first into the final, as they know that it's going to be quite the chess match with the Hunsick and Momo. Prince, last roll of the dice here for the Cavaliers in the final 30 seconds of the 90. And Prince taken away by Susi. Pushed up again. Now it is the Cavaliers on their heels a little bit, and Barraquette will ease that tension. As Rainville is saying, take it easy now. We have this in control, and we have this on lockdown. Only question now is the clean sheet and preserving that for Barraquette. You talk about the clean sheets here for the Blues. Not many. And they've been clean sheeted 7 times during the regular season, and it's likely going to be the 8th time they've been clean sheeted this season. Owen. And now another throw-in coming up here for Buteau or for Owen. You decide. Sobzak wearing the captain's armband in place of Dupont, who's taken off. Buteau, and that goes off. Last touch by Danny. And we are now in added time here in the final seconds, the final minutes or so left in this matchup. And Arus stripped away with the ball. Zariello couldn't get to him. And back over to Owen, a through ball in. Here's a chance for Boivin. Could this be goal number 5? And right there, Bilios to take that from Michaud. And that is the last act. Job done. Cavaliers punched their passport to the Provincials. They are heading over to Trois-Rivières for the Provincials to defend their Quebec championship. And for Dawson, their race has come to an end as the season closes on them, losing 4-0 to the Cavaliers. Final score, Champlain 4, Dawson 0 from Seaway 3. Bye for now. Good job, Mo. See you soon, brother.